is it even them who we saw in that clip shooting AKA? Him and Mkhwanazi are not getting along, and it's affecting the work that the police have to do.
I met Malema through General Khan. Even more information that criminals or high political figures do get away with crime. Politics as usual. Yeah. So I don't know.
What's happening in the local arena, man? I see a lot of punches being thrown around from political figures, Malema, to statesman General Mkhwanazi. What's happening between the two?
Oh, okay. So I think man, Mkhwanazi. Yeah, we're still with Mkhwanazi since last year when he dropped that popular speech of his talking
the one
about
where they were wearing military gear. And stuff.
So recently, you know, there's I think he was speaking at the ad hoc committee, and he spoke about a letter that came from prison.
Sure.
You know, so that also implicates I don't know, EFF maybe comes across somewhere there in the lines of the paper.
Is it the EFF or just Julius Malema? Because is there a distinction between the leader and the party? Or here we treat the two as one and the same thing?
Well, I'm not really sure, because you remember, I think, who is this guy? Sergeant Kosi saved one of I'm not sure if he is part of the EFF, but he saved his number, and he was questioned, why would you save his number? You saved his number and then you say EFF. You understand? So certain times when maybe you were the share of EFF and you go out do things, they will say these EFF people.
Sure.
So I think
that's true.
The people they associate the people with the EFF. So now my problem that I have right now, it's the way Julius Malema maybe responded to Mkhwanazi, because I don't think Mkhwanazi really implicated Malema in any way. I feel like he just said I met Malema through General Khan. Who General Khan maybe has so many
ties to the EFF.
Ties to the EFF also, but ties to criminality, something like that.
All right.
So now Julius Malema says Mkhwanazi is trying to drag his name or the party because he has a fight with General Khan, and he should leave Malema out of their fights.
But the same Malema then goes and say Kumalo, General Sibia, Sibia reached out to Malema and said, can you come and act as a mediator? There are internal feuds happening within the police, where I think Sibia was saying him and Mkhwanazi are not getting along, and it's affecting the work that the police have to do. Then why Malema out of all the politicians? I mean, why not first try to include the minister of the police?
Yeah, also like there's maybe a leading party in the country. Why don't you approach the leading party at first?
You choose to go to an EFF leader.
To an EFF leader, it's not even it doesn't even have majority power maybe over constitution. Okay, what's the dispute between these police officers? Maybe, you know, the majority rules. He doesn't even go to the ANC, and he goes to Julius Malema. And what's striking is that Julius Malema in that speech, he says that meeting never happened. So
it was only I think it was in the talks. He was invited.
It was only at the talks, so he didn't go there, but he said he would go. But now what's also striking here is that when these allegations of when Mkhwanazi made these allegations, Sibia came out to say the only reason I fought with Mkhwanazi was because of the AKA case. The AKA case. That's why I went to KZN, and then I forced that matter, and then it took place. But then again, now what Malema does in his speech, he says the only reason Mkhwanazi has a problem also with him, Malema, is because he went to KZN and criticized Mkhwanazi with the AKA murder. Saying
why are they taking forever to solve the case?
And then Mkhwanazi was saying, was told Malema, no man, the case is, we only showed with a few things in order to catch these criminals. They are already in prison, but now we're just waiting for a few things to eventually pin these guys with the AKA murder. Now, what's striking about this is that when these guys are mentioned, when Sibia was mentioned, he mentioned the AKA murder.
Yeah.
Now, Malema also is now mentioning the AKA murder. So I'm wondering, what's the link between the two? Between AKA's murder, General Sibia, and Malema.
But doesn't that then go to show you that maybe the hearsays that we've been hearing, that AKA's murder is orchestrated by probably a high-profile figure? You know, that's why they're saying probably people know who might be behind the hit, because you could see the way it happened. You cannot say it was a hijack. It wasn't a hijack. It wasn't a robbery. It was just somebody who was sent to go and eliminate someone, but for whose benefit? So probably, I think the people who've kind of worked behind the scene to cover the evidence and hide certain things, because even now we're still not sure how the AKA case is going. We're just being told that those guys were repatriated from Swaziland. They are back in the country. But is it even them who we saw in that clip shooting AKA?
Yeah, we're not even sure. Like, everything really can be fabricated. We can be fabricated. But I'm just having a problem with the way Malema just responded to Mkhwanazi about minor things. Because right now I feel like a whole lot of things are yet to unravel. And I just feel like there are a whole lot of cases going on in the whole country. Mara, now it's only maybe that one specific that Sibia mentioned, AKA case, and then with Mkhwanazi it's only the AKA cases. Like, could Malema be fighting his political battles via police? So like if Malema,
but here's the thing, General Khan has been named as a political fixer. What is he really fixing within the political arena? Because this is what he's been linked to,
and he's also part of the police.
So
I think that's why Mkhwanazi is at war with General Khan, because I think if he is a fixer, if a politician now does something wrong, he's the one to cover it up.
You think he was there? He knows something about the dollars that were found
in the Palapala. We're not sure, but I get the letter is now coming out, because right now, so allegedly. So the letter that came out of prison, Ket Matlala was involved. So if Ket Matlala was involved, who knows? Maybe even Sibia knows about the Palapala thingy. Maybe.
My take as well. My take is that a lot of people know about Palapala.
These high-profile people.
That's why so many people are saying, out of all these commissions and the committees, what we're gonna get is almost like a quarter-baked Zondo Commission's report, and no one being prosecuted. Yes, some people might take the hit, lose their jobs, but at what cost? Because the money that is being used there every day is a lot. For us, at the end of the day, to just take a report and then go and store it, not even sure where, for what reason, nobody knows.
But I think I get your point. But maybe what I like about this commission, what it's doing actually, is because I think it's giving information. It's better to know what it's really going on in the political field. If they don't, it's just that it's just gonna show us even more information that criminals or high political figures do get away with crime.
And I wanted to ask this one, to say, why is Julius Malema so much involved? Like
my problem
I would understand.
I feel like it was emotionally.
You know what? I would understand if it was someone in the ANC, because most of their guys are the ones who are leading these portfolios. Your Minister of Finance, your Minister of Police, your Minister of what, and even the generals are appointed by the president. So. But why is he with so much distance in between the EFF and the
ANC, the people who are actually
in power?
So I okay, for me, I've been suspicious about how EFF has like some sort of military or security type of vibes, in a sense of Malema seems like he has people to deal with people.
And while you're still on that, Ngizo Mchunu came out not so long. He was saying Floyd Shibambu told him that the EFF are somehow doing some dealings in Ekurhuleni. I'm not sure if the municipality I'm quoting the right one, where they are responsible for safety and security. There are some tenders where they are taking 10 million, something like that. Is it Sizwe or what? Sizwe,
I'm not sure the name, but
the guy that
so,
guy, he came out and said Floyd told him that the
okay.
EFF has a way of taking out money outside of the municipality through this security tenders and all those things.
Now, when you talk about that, that just reminds me of now. Sergeant Nkosi is in the grilling at the Madlanga Commission. Now, apparently there are links where the police were supposed to give tenders or give money to certain companies, and then these 5 led companies were sent. There's a list. They send it to Sergeant Nkosi, to send it to Malema to confirm if these are indeed the companies.
And if you check one metro or one municipality that is mentioned so much in the Madlanga Commission and the ADOG, which one is it? Is the Ekurhuleni one?
Yes. And then that's where the shady Mkhwanazi comes from.
Julius Mkhwanazi is
from. So I feel like the way he responded to just Mkhwanazi saying I met Malema through Khan, the way he's so emotionally invested, I feel like I'm smelling smoke. And there could be fire somewhere. You know, that's what I think. That's what I think. I'm smelling smoke. Like if I understand, maybe he felt like maybe he had to respond to the allegations, but the way. They will never find us.
I'm not scared of the police.
No, nigga.
I was there in the struggle. What
about
those
bro?
Kind of talks?
Like, if you didn't do anything wrong, why is the reason for that type of talk?
I mean, there's this talk that is going on, and it's not like I am anti-EFF or anti-Julius Malema or anything.
I'm not affiliated.
But there are so many people who I've seen, those who have even been in the EFF saying, Malema, as good as he is, he's one person who is standing between the EFF and being in power.
Oh, okay.
Because today he goes out and become emotional in his press conferences and start insulting a lot of people and saying things that are not rational. And later on, you forget that some of those things are going to impact how you're going to do in the poll. That time where he told South Africans that Zimbabweans foreigners need to find a creative way to get into South Africa. What creative way? Because you need to be clear sometimes. You know, as much as there are so many people who believe in him, and as much as, yes, people have entrusted him with power, and he's able to get certain things done in Parliament. I don't want to lie. The EFF has been responsible for so many things. Even from the time of Wundlozi, when they were there, you will see the Parliament was working.
Like personally, EFF entering into politics was really a great deal for South African politics, and I feel like it did its job. Maybe it might not reach the highs that we expected it to reach. Similar maybe to the commissions that Ramaphosa might not get called. That guy with the hospital tenders, Mahumela might not get called. So like I feel like there's gonna be scapegoating. Mara, I feel like
there's gonna be a lot of it.
Yeah, but at least we now have a bigger picture of you. We only thought state capture was Jacob Zuma. You know, now in Ramaphosa's time, now we can tell that state capture is not only the Guptas.
But here's the thing. Here's how state capture is gonna happen, or always happen with the leading man or the president of the country. It's that you gonna call on your generals to protect you at one time. You're gonna call on your General Khan, your General Mkhwanazi, your General Masemula to protect you on certain dealings that are not legal. like with him keeping the dollars under the couch,
Yeah.
and then also having the police investigate a case that was not formally lodged within any police station,
Yeah.
and then they're using the police infrastructure and equipment now to do investigations.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the whole thing is being done under the carpet.
Under the carpet.
So now, do you really think that even the likes of Umkuno, as much as he's suspended, is still getting full payment every month?
That's what I don't understand about Ramaphosa, because he denied that he agreed to the PKTT being disbanded, and
Yes.
he denied agreeing.
Yes.
So Mkhwanazi has been saying yes, the president agreed. Now the president goes on and denies these allegations that no, I didn't agree to this. But still, why don't you take him off? Why don't you fire him? Because now he also lied in the commission. He also lied under oath, saying you agreed to something you didn't. Why is he still on the chair?
Ish. Yeah. The thing is, there's a lot going on, but that's why I'm saying we're gonna get a half-cooked Zondo Commission's report, and yes, there are gonna be people who are gonna take a hit, but we're just gonna uncover maybe 10% of the rot that is happening within the SAPS and even within the judicial, because somebody was even saying, Mkhwanazi said, the police high-ranking officials are corrupt. The judicial high-ranking officials are corrupt. Have we seen any judge being summoned to the Madlanga commission? Have we seen any judge being summoned to the ad hoc committee? We haven't seen that.
Yes.
So how then are you going to solve the two when you're only dealing with the police generals who are only responsible for arresting people? Because when it comes to the prosecution, their hands are limited there. That's where now you need to get into the judicial state and then start asking questions as to how is the judicial captured? The judiciary captured.
I remember that now. That what you're talking about. I forgot the general who one of Mkhwanazi's members. He was called to the office, and then there were envelopes. They said there's an envelope for you guys, an envelope for a judge, and an envelope. So like you guys take an envelope? Know, so there's envelopes. Now when these guys that are implicated, when they figure out that how they got bail or how they got out of prison, sort of doesn't make sense. Why don't they call those judges who made those findings to release these criminals?
That's the thing, because it's the same thing with the is it KT Molefe or Ket Molefe, something like KT Molefe,
yes.
the one who was in jail. I think he was denied bail for some time, and somebody did even come, I think before he got bail, was like, this guy's gonna get bail.
Yeah, it's that guy with the ESCOM who is Transnet deals, the guy who's
linked to
DJ somebody, but also he was also linked to there's a Transnet. Is it Transnet?
The thing is, these guys now, I feel like they got into this thing because, like your Ket Matala, for example, he was doing a heist at some point. He was hijacking cars at some point. But because of probably outsmarting the people that he was working with, he had to rise into a sort of a business person now, because now to his proximity to certain political figures who he was giving handouts to. And now they come into getting tenders. Now they're living that lavish lifestyle through tenders, like the Tembisa Hospital tender as well. Like if you saw what happened, the likes of Hangwani Maumela.
But not arrested, and is not even summoned to the commission.
And now, do you know what happened to those cars that they took?
No.
They had to return them.
But
because the cars were not registered in his name. He went to a dealership, he gave them money, and then he was like, I will just drive these cars, but do not change the paperwork or anything.
Yeah, wow. Doesn't he own? He has a friend who owns the dealership, probably.
It's obvious. But the dealerships are also in it, which I kind of feel like it's somehow, but if you are the government and you are NPA as well, or SIU, you're supposed to also go after these dealerships that are doing this, because most of the time, these people who are doing this thing, that money is not clean.
Yeah. So, but like I have a big question, bro. Will Mahumela be called? Because he's so. I feel like Mahumela is implicated in I think
all
no. I feel like
all
all of Ket Matlala's businesses I feel like all the securities is there, all the hospital tenders is there. I feel like Ken Matlala is actually Maumela's boy, bro.
Ice boy.
Ice boy. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just a tiny, small piece in the puzzle, bro.
For me, here's the thing with Ngwane Maumela. Yeah. He's not gonna get cold.
Yeah, bro.
And I feel like he is the mastermind behind a lot of things that are being discussed at the Madlanga Commission.
Yeah.
But he might not be, because they talked about what do they call what five? Big Five.
Big Five.
He might not be part of the Big Five,
bro. Like,
but somehow he's.
What about his mother? Me, I'm thinking his mother is part of the Big Five.
Who is his mother?
Yeah, the Ramaphosa's ex. Yeah, because they call him Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear and ex, bro.
Man, it's not mother.
No, no, it's his mother, bro. Ngwane Maumela's mother. That's why they dated or something like that.
Correct us in the comments.
You'll correct us in the comments, bro. So yeah, he saw her in a robe or something like that. I was like, oh, I gotta come in. That's what he did, Ramaphosa. Peace of mind podcast. We are.
Yeah, man.
Peace.